What's up everybody, Danny here with The Neighbor's Kitchen, and thank you so much for hanging out with me today. We have a new toy to play with in today's video. I got my brand new Z-Grill 700D4E that we have to unbox, put together, and get all configured for a summer full of cooking. So today we're going to do just that. We're going to get it out of the box, put together. We're going to check out the new app with the Wi-Fi enabled system. We're going to go through whatever the manufacturer says for the burn-in process. And then we're going to get ready to really put the screws to this thing and see what it's all about. So thank you so much for being here. Now, let's check out what's in the box. All right, so this did ship FedEx. Came in 2 boxes. So they're pretty heavy. I did have to use a dolly to get the bottom one into the shop. So keep that in mind. But let's just go ahead and start with the top box. This is clearly for some cabinet catches, I bet you. Drip tray, I'm guessing. We got some kind of a panel with vents, probably a rear of some sort. We got some handles. Side panels. I believe this model has a skirt to it. Another side panel maybe. Could be a door. I bet these are doors. More panels. Bet these are sides or something. Yeah. We got some nut certs. So this might be, I bet this is the bottom. I bet doors go into these. That's where they hinge. These are where side panels bolt onto. I bet. That would be my guess. All right. Let's see what's in the big box now. Oh yeah. You guys see that classic shape right there? Oh baby. We got a warming rack. Slide this down here. Oh, it's probably gonna be one of the last things we need. There it is. In all its glory. By now, we might have found some documentation. Let's see if it's inside. All right. There we go. We got, looks like our manual's going to be in there. We got a cool screwdriver. Our probes, nuts, screws. Let's go see what's in here. We got an app user manual. We got our nice parts. Doesn't look too bad. Doesn't appear to be a whole lot in there. And here, owner's manual, component list, hardware packaging list, assembly instructions. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. We got a few more parts to uncover from the box, and then we're going to start at step 1, assembling the bottom of the base. So let's rummage through this guy a little bit more. Oh yeah. Look at that. There's hinges on this side. Ooh. Attention. Cool. So this box came out. Let's see if this box that was a little easier to get out might have our wheels in it. If not, we'll keep digging. Ah, score. There's our wheels. All right, here we go. This just slides out of his plastic. We got a 47, a 47, some other stuff, a 48, and a 48. You want to see this is part 49. You see these two screw holes here? Those are up here for me. So this is like this. 48s are going to go over there. 47s over there. Just going to get those hand tight, and then it's got this nut in here that we can really crank these down. Bust out of our little tools some wrenches. And we're just gonna cinch these down real quick. There we go. Here's where it all starts coming together, guys. Look at that. This is a magnetic stay for the doors. These get screws I. So you're just gonna take these magnets off of the assembly real quick. You have this little bracket. This faces forward. So we're gonna put that there. Just make sure those ears clip out. There you go. And I got that one started. Goodness. Come in here. Get these tightened down with our screwdriver. So we got our sides. Now we're going to find our back. That's piece 43. There we go. Came together nicely. All right, so now with the sticker facing up, we're gonna get it started with this one over here. Started but not tight yet. We're going with the bottoms. And when they're all in there, just make sure everything's nice and lined up. Go ahead and get them hand tight. Cool, there we go. Now our bottom base is nice and rigid. Look at that. I know that doesn't really work because it's on wheels, but let's see what we got next. Next step is the assembling of hopper. So, looks like we can put this on the ground, and I might get one more step on the workbench. So we got this bad guy. Looks like the next step is we're going to put the hopper on the hopper receiver. This guy slides on like that. Can you guys see this? That is a monster pellet hopper. I'm excited to get this assembled so we can see. I bet this holds, if not an entire 20-pound bag, more. We're going to, on 1, 2, 3, 4, take screw I and connect it with nut, locking nut. It's got this little insert there, J. And I like to just hold the head of the screw with a finger, and then with a nut, I'll get it started. Just get the nut hand tight, and then we'll come back in later, tighten it all up. When we get these other guys done, I'll be right back with you. Okay, there we go. Now we'll come back with our screwdriver. and those teeth should catch just enough. This part isn't structural, so you don't have to Zeus it down, but you also shouldn't need a wrench on the other side. Look at that, hand tight, that's all I got. I can't crank it on anymore. Super sufficient, very great engineering on their part. I like it. There's that, we're all good. Cool, look at that hopper. That's, yeah. Let's take this off and just see what we got. We'll keep adding the mount cardboard over there. There we go. We got our fire pot. Look at that. Come in here real quick, guys. Let me see that. It is never gonna be this clean again. So let's get our eyes on this guy. Yeah. You got your auger poking through. And there's your element. You got your air holes. Look at that. This seems to be it's high quality steel. I don't know what it is, but I like it. And then the auger sleeve / air tube. Smoke. This is where the brisket will be, right here. Yeah. And we'll be standing right here with a beer. Yeah. I got a little sidetracked there again, guys. I'm having a good time. This is going quite well. I'm pleased. Let's go back in the instructions and see what is next. So we got that. Whew. Big step, guys. We are going back to the base and we're putting on the chamber of smoke. So let me get some cardboard out of our way, reposition some cameras. This thing's about to start looking like a pellet smoker, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna go up and around. And it said to make sure that it is inside. What am I doing wrong here? Ah. I got it. If you're doing this alone, like I am, the circumference of the barrel is not what you want to line up with. It's actually under this lip here. And then you got your screw holes right there. So let's go ahead and get that done. These are the last of our B bolts. We got a grill that's all mounted up. Check this out. Man, this is nice. Why don't you guys come in here for a minute? This one's got a liner. There's an air gap behind there. I don't know if there's insulation behind here. Look at that. Ooh. Yeah. This might be really good for winter smoking. I like that a lot already. Next up on our list is we got to do some temperature probe stuff. So it looks like they just have everything kind of stored under here for storage. And what we're supposed to do is take this off. I'm gonna get in your guys' way a little bit here. These screws aren't even run all the way through yet. But we'll just take these out. That's that little guy right there. Stay. This guy here. Same thing. And then this guy here's got some tape. There we go. So on the other side here, we're going to pull this through, and that goes down there. Let's get all the styrofoam out. We'll give this a good vacuum before we screw with it. That goes like that. See, can I get this started by hand? Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to lift it. That'll help get me started. Get this going here. Come on, little fella. It's all right. Get that tight. Get this tight. Cool. Now this is for our ambient temperature. So we're just gonna get this nice and adjusted. There we go. Perfect, ready to go off of the sidewall. We got our pigtail out here, ready to connect to our controller. Man, this thing's gonna be fun. I like this double wall, man. That's pretty cool. We press on. Now, it is time to mount the hopper and the chamber. Sorry, now it's time to mount the hopper to the chamber. Open the lid, check. Oh, all right, guys. Big step here. There's that. Need a bigger shop. Slides in here. I'm trying to be gentle. There we go. You need a washer and a bolt. Get that started. And now it'll stay in. These are, believe it or not, a 7/16. So I'm gonna grab another washer and bolt setup, and hello, there it is. We're just gonna get this aligned, make sure that's good and started by hand. Okay. May as well get these all started by hand so we don't screw anything up. That would really not be good. There's that one for number 4. Good. 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 Whoa. Good. Look at that. We're getting there. Next up, we're just putting the handle on the hopper door with the hopper handle and screws G. So there we go. All right, now we're going to put on the handle to the smoking chamber. You're going to want to find these kind of gaskets, grommets. These are in the envelope that your instruction manual came with. And we're going to attach this guy to the lid with 2 more of these and 2 more washers. Let's go. Much more gooder. Next step is to assemble our chimney and smokestack, which I think might be this box here because we're running out of boxes. And when you know it, there we go. Choo choo. Look at that. So this is going to go here. Another part in here. We have a heat resistant gasket. So we're going to take our base here with our gasket and our nut. Let's get one started. This is going to go through the exterior, followed by a washer and the nut. So let's just get this guy going here. We're just going to go hand tight, not scratching anything, not pinching the gasket. We're going to move that guy there, run through there. We got that, and this. And we're just going to hand tighten that again. So we'll take the ratchet there. We'll run that down. Do the same over here. The chimney cap is real easy to install. It's just got this welded on bolt. And there's a nut cert in here. We're just going to go ahead crank that down. Nice. Running out of parts, guys. We need some more C's and some D's. And we need our doors. Let's just do one real quick. This one will be this side. Oh, there we go. Top one's on the spring. Bottom one is fixed. So I'm going to drive that one in, pull this down with the lever, and there we go. We got a door, guys. So we're going to guide that in, pull this guy down. Oop. Oop. There we go. There we have it. It is about time to start placing in grates and diverters and grease trays. Just gonna go ahead and vacuum out all the styrofoam real quick. Got these tabs here. See, the one on the end is open and this is enclosed. This one will go there. The one at the end slides into there. Sorry, I needed 2 hands for that. Slides in, and then slides over. Look how beefy this is. That's a nice unit. Next, our grease tray. This is what sits at an angle, and anything that drips through the grates comes down like this, and comes out here. into our grease catcher. This just slides in like this. I don't think stickers belong in smokers. I think this might be the last piece, guys. What do you think it is? Porcelain grill grate. Slides in like so. And here's a number 2. Slides in here. There we go. We got our little warming rack. Just comes on up here. There we go. Look at that. We got a grill. It's ready to go. Let me clean up some cardboard and let's learn about the initial firing process. Let's get the Wi-Fi app set up. And then once we get it fired, whatever the instructions say for the burn-in process, I'm just gonna sit around and watch it. We'll go from there. What do you think? Look at this beautiful pellet smoker. The Z-Grill 700D4E is complete. That took me a little longer than it will take you because I was fussing with cameras and such. I didn't think that was too bad. I've assembled grills that took way more time than they should have. I did not think that this was bad. There's one last thing to do. We gotta hang on the grease bucket like the topper of a Christmas tree. There we go. Now, it's time that we get to know our new grill. So the initial firing instructions are requiring us to actually remove all the grates, the baffles, and the grease tray so that we can visually inspect that everything works. Once everything is confirmed working, we turn it off, fill it with pellets, and then we do a 45-minute burn-in cycle. So let's just do that. Let's do just that. There, I got it. All right, let me get you in here because this is the last time we're ever gonna see it this clean. There's our ambient temperature probe. We just bent this away from this a little bit. Here's our keep warm tray. We'll set this aside. Our 2 porcelain lined grates. There's 1, 2. This is our grease tray. It's got enough angle that it goes dripping down here, collects into this little trough, and is all funneled out there. This is where that guy's hanging. Easy does it. Here's our baffle. This thing is probably over-engineered, but I like it. I suspect overuse. These slots keep this from warping. This also beefs it up to keep from warping. Look at that. Woo! There's our fire pot. Time for the first inaugural plug-in. Got an extension cord down here. It's not doing anything yet. That's probably a good thing. All right, so here we go. Here's our control panel. I'm gonna hit the power button. And so far, it did mention that 275 is our default. No probe, no probe. P1, P2. Actual. I see a Wi-Fi thing beeping there. We won't be using these tonight, so let's just. Cool. we are supposed to be inspecting that the auger is moving and the element is getting hot. The element is certainly getting hot because I can smell it, and there goes the auger. You guys see that? So the initial fire up instructions want us to verify that the auger is turning. The display should show actual and preset temperatures. It's probably 60 degrees in here. The hot rod should start to heat up. It is smoking, confirmed. And feel for air blowing from the blower. We are right now inside. You can hear the fan. I can hear the fan. But if I put my hand over it, I can also feel that the fan is working. Okay, I misspoke. I'm sorry. It said, post-inspection, fill the hopper with pellets and close the hopper lid. Switch the temperature to high and watch the fire pot for a few minutes until pellets fall in. I thought we were supposed to turn it off. That's my bad. So I misspoke. Don't listen to that. I'm gonna go get some pellets, turn the temperature to high, and then we're gonna watch for it to prime. You will see behind me is the garage door, so with a click of a button, we go from indoors to outdoors. I'll be right back. We're using oak today for our inaugural voyage. Took a whole 20-pound bag with room to spare. Look at that. So we'll go ahead and close this guy. And now we're supposed to turn this. Okay, so you push it, and we're gonna turn it to high, which I believe is 500. Do we push it again? There we go. Okay, 500. This is still going. We're going to wait for the pellets to prime through the auger. We're going to visually see them drop and ignite, confirm white smoke and flames. And then we're going to turn the grill off, let it cool, put the grates back, and then we're doing our burn-in period. Let's go ahead and set our eyes on our auger. I see a pellet coming. Here we come. Oh yeah. All right, we gotta be getting close to seeing some smoke here. I smell smoke. I see a little bit of smoke in the shop, but the instructions say until you can see white smoke and flame. So I think it's time we do this. We got flame. I'm gonna turn it off like the directions say, and then we're gonna move it out of our garage, let it cool down, and it's time. Woo! I'm not crying, you're crying. Hee hee! This is the shutdown cycle. Fan stays on a little longer. First shutdown cycle is complete. It has gone from displaying off to just being off. Fire pot, still has a few glowing embers in it, but nice, clean burn for the first cycle. Now in reverse order, we're going to put our diverter back in. There's that. Now goes this guy. Ooh. Goes in like this. This edge goes over that. This edge goes down there. We have a grate, followed by another grate. We need this to be a little farther outside. We're plugged in. The lid is open. Everything is attached. Everything is installed. We're gonna come over here. I'm gonna hit the power button. Like it said, defaulted to 275. You can immediately hear pellets starting to fall. Almost forgot our warming grate. We're getting some smoke. So that's what we'll do. We'll go ahead and close the lid. And we're going to come over here. I'm going to push this button. And we're going to take this all the way up. To 500. I want to see if it just accepts it or if I got to hit the button again. Nope. Okay. Look at this. Oh, yeah. Like a freight train, baby. What a great way to stay warm during winter. I'm going to watch this get up to temperature before I start the 45-minute timer. And as long as everything's looking pretty good, let's see if we can't figure out the Wi-Fi app. That might be pretty nice to have. See you here in just a minute. Well, I could not have been happier with the first all the way to 500 heat up. It went really quick. It actually got to 500. Pretty impressed with that. Think I'm going to have to take that into consideration when we start planning the first cook video, which will be the next video. So make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Now I believe we have one last thing to do for today's video, and that's see if we can hook up the Wi-Fi to the Wi-Fi controller, get the app so we can control the grill remotely from our phone. So I have the app downloaded here. It is called Z-Grills 2.0. Apparently, this is a new iteration. So I will hit allow. I'm a first-time user, so we're going to have to sign up. And we're just going to try to populate everything here. We'll just delete all of this so you guys can't see my password. I agree. Account. Check the old email here for a verification. Okay, we got a account created. Log in. New account. There we go. Hit the agree button, log in, while using the app, allow. Okay. We'll go to add device, approach circuit board with phone, activate phone's Bluetooth, connect the power to, search for the device. Oh, look! We're going to put in the Wi-Fi password. Hit next. It does say here that only 2.4G Wi-Fi is accepted, so keep that in mind if you're having troubles. Success. Let's start grilling. We got our grill right here. It's connecting. Look at that. Target temp 500. You see it's 498 on the phone and on the thing. Obviously, I don't really want to change it right now because we're kind of in the middle of something. Let's move it down to 495 and see if it works. Ooh, these go in increments of 1 degree. Pretty cool. We got our probes on there. They're not plugged in right now. We got off. What are we cooking today? Yeah, I think this is going to be a great app to get into. This will be fun to play with. Setup was super easy, guys. I see options for alarms to turn on and off and probably adjust all the way. Yeah, Bluetooth and Wi-Fi enabled. Great. Wow, what a wonderful way to start the grilling season by learning all about a brand new grill that I think is going to be an awesome tool to have in my collection. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Hope you enjoyed today's video. If you're interested in getting your own Z-Grills 700D4E, there is a link in the description below. And now you'll know everything that you need to know about how to get it configured and started up for your first go-around. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel because in the very next video, when we're done here, I'm going to go inside and think of a recipe that's really going to flex the muscles of this grill. So that will be coming out next week and a half. There's a little bit of snow I have to take care of real quick. Regardless, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Till next time, be well.